leaving St. Pete. Just almost got clipped by two different airplanes. One turned south, the other turned north to avoid the mast. That airport is so close to the marina. Wow. So using the new zero friction, doing a jib sail, trying to head down Tampa Bay. I've got Genoa only, and it's been creeping back and forth with this guy who's got Maine only. We're not racing, but we're, I guess, trying to see who gets a right away to get ahead to get across the bay. Alright, looking at the whisker pole. The yacht rigger said that I should run a string here and take that on up and flip this the other way around, which makes sense. I'm going to have to go up the mast at some point, but probably not out here. Given how tight the air is, I want to try and move to the inner track, see if that gives me some better tension. And so I've already run the sheet over, now I'll just move the car in. Alright, now winch pulled down hand tight through the no friction block in the inner track position. And it looks like I'm just going to be going into the wind. Well, that stinks. Well, I'm in the bay and now I'm suddenly getting swarmed with these bugs. They don't bite, they don't sting. Some people call them love bugs because they're almost always paired up, crawling together, flying together. Jeez. Right now they seem to have found me and decided to swarm me with whatever they're doing. Some dolphins up playing. Back under the I-75 Skyway Bridge with traffic just sitting backed up on top. This is the highest point. Skyway Bridge. That's pretty big.
Captain Jeffrey Harris, Captain.
Sail with a highly reefed jib. Even though the air is light, I'm going really tightly into the wind, so hopefully this will let me catch something to motor sail and get a little bit of progress. Starting the markers into Manatee River. On anchor, that's the bridge over the Manatee River. And I'm back up here on anchor. Had to explore myself a place. Hopefully it's been nice. It's pretty shallow. Seems to hold pretty well. Leaving my boat on anchor overnight. This is my first time to actually be away from my boat on anchor like this. Leaving it on the Manatee M2 with 3/8 G4. Leaving Shazam on anchor while I stay off the boat overnight. It's staying here in Manatee River. Been floating pretty well. Anchor seems to be pretty good. Well, that's quite a workout lifting the dinghy up and carrying it. Last few pieces here. Yep. Alright. Stow away the dinghy for tonight. Boat's on anchor. Back to the boat that sat on anchor overnight like with Russ.
Did pretty good, I think.
Yep. Pull time. Look at this place. So time to take groceries, laundry, and fuel to the boat. Get moving. Start with the kayak.
There he goes. Try not to hit the big pylon. Well, I missed his second trip, but he's out there unloading right now, and this is the last bit that he's got right here.
So this is the first time to leave the anchor set for over a week. And see here, in this nasty Manatee River, it seems like there may have been some corrosion with the galvanization on the chain, and even there's a color change. Get some fresh water and see if I can clean that up later. On the chain, you can see where the chain hook sat in the same place. The chain hook sat right here. So basically everything forward was pretty much on the bottom. So that's interesting, that stainless steel with the galvanized, when you don't move it or wash it or anything. So I got anchor up by hand the whole way. See, there's mud here where the links are. Shackle was pretty clean. Definitely need to get that swivel added though before leaving it for multiple days again. That was not the intention. Fortunately, with a consistent wind, we kind of went back and forth with tide, high to low, instead of going in circles. If I'd been in circles, that would have been a real problem. Although I did turn this off a number of nights that I've been sitting here, so it could have been in circles some. It looks like I've run into Alex down here in the Tampa Bay Manatee River area. Fixed rudder, yeah. I just cleaned that other one the other day, so that's how come it's up here.
I hear that, man. You headed to Key West?
Yeah.
This one is a Mercury Quicksilver 340. The floor is the paddleboard that I had. And it's a 6-horse Nissan Marine, Kohatsu Mercury, same thing. I put a hydrofoil on it. It goes 22 miles an hour with one person.
Dang, how many horsepower?
6.
Dang.
It's faster than Joe and Cinda's. Planes out with more weight. And it's only about 100 pounds when you take the motor off.
And that's all because of the foil on the...
No, the paddleboard is the floor. So we used to have an air deck. And the air deck punctured with a previous owner.
Yeah?
And I decided, screw it, let's replace it with a paddleboard, and I cut it in size and new portions in. I mean, you can't do that in a lot of dinghies. And even more so, look at this.
Wow.
Super stable.
With a nice bimini, which you almost have to have this far south.
Hydrofoil too, so cheap planes like you wouldn't believe, man.
Motor sailing with a reefed Genoa. Finally got out of the river and now back to Tampa Bay and head down towards the ICW for Sarasota. 4:30, rolled everything up. Now going to try and follow the marks to found it in ICW. There's Sea-Tow towing somebody, I guess, with a bad engine. I just saw 7.5 feet and then now coming back a little bit deeper. So I'm definitely going to need to hog the center of the channel because this one's a shallow section. The Anna Marie Key Bridge, Manatee Boulevard, requested an opening. Anna Marie Key Bridge, normally about 20 feet. The Cortez Bridge, Bridge. So I'm on anchor at Cortez, Florida, here in the anchorage. near the Coast Guard station. Oh, and there's a dolphin. So I'm soaking the chain hook in hot soapy water, and it seems to have really cleaned up and brought back the shine. Now I just gotta get these barnacles off. Pulled anchor at the Cortez anchorage, which is right outside the Cortez Coast Guard station, and now I'm gonna head further south. Some lost vessels here inside from Bradenton Beach. Someone owns an island or part of an island here at the inlet. Got even mock cannons on their house. Longboat Key for Whitney Beach. More of Longboat Key. So now I'm coming into Sarasota Bay. Got over an hour and a half to anchor. So I decided I'm going to just jib sail, turn the engine off, and enjoy Sarasota Bay. Going only about 3 knots. We'll see how this goes. Sailing into Sarasota. I've dropped anchor in Sarasota outside Centennial Park. Sarasota Bridge lit up red, white, and blue. Shazam is on anchor, and I'm trying to paddle on into Centennial Park here. Made it ashore. It's basically high tide. The reasons I had to kayak to the beach is that they don't have any dinghy docks that are free in Sarasota, and this is a 5-hour boat dock. No dinghies are allowed and must be off in less than 5 hours. And it's shallow. Shallow according to the charts.
Looking back, as far as I remember, the voices in my head have been pounding, but they can't.
Ringling Plaza. Marble chairs inside this little garden. Oldest rose garden in Florida.
Still, let them do it. I mean, it's fine. You don't have them want off. Well, I know it's fine.
Looking back, as far as I remember,
I hope you like that look inside the John and Mabel Ringling home gardens on the Ringling Museum, now cared for by the state of Florida. A glimpse of downtown Sarasota. Groceries and stuff loaded up. Time to paddle back out to the boat. Downtown Sarasota.